All right, as WrestleMania season coming up, we all gotta ask ourselves the big and most important question: did Damien Priest winning the Money in the Bank good or bad? Now, listen, I was like, I'm fine with Damien Priest having the thing just because I'm like, hey, we're doing a long cash in here. And, some people think it's because, hey, he shouldn't have won it. Maybe LA Knight should have won it. And to be honest, sort of looking back, I'm like, I feel like LA Knight was over, but I was like, but it was one of them things that, like, if he won the briefcase, I was like, he'd have been even more over, but he eventually got more over. So what I'm saying is that he was over, but I don't think he was over enough to feel confident about giving him the briefcase. But if, say, the briefcase the Money in the Bank would have been after SummerSlam or something like that, he'd have won the briefcase. You get what I'm saying? At the time with Damon Priest and all of them in Judgment Day, it's like, it's like they were starting to get on a hot streak. Then you also had here as well too with like them both being in the faction of Finn Balor and Damien Priest. You had that storyline to do. And if you look at the rest of the people in the group, it really wasn't anybody really. It was like LA Knight, Priest, and it was like Shinsuke, who didn't really get built up to really just like be in that briefcase spot until hell, I basically around like after SummerSlam. Bush is there, and I was like, he just became Pete Dunne, so of course he wasn't there. I was like, he wasn't involved. I was like, Finn Balor would have been cool, but he already started being in a program with Seth Rollins, so he didn't need it. I was like, Santo Escobar, I was like, he was nowhere what he is now, so it wouldn't have been anything to really put him over because there wouldn't have been no motive, no backbone, there's no desire there. And I was like, I can't think of the other one, and therefore it's irrelevant. In all this, look, basically it was Priest and LA Knight, and I was like, I still think that Priest had the better way of the two. I was like, I think so. I was like, he also had more backing. He had the championship before. He done been in other matches and been, like LA Knight was still relatively new, and it was like, yeah, he was light, but he was still relatively new. Let's be honest about it. So there's that whole thing, and he just had the briefcase this long, and I was like, should it have been happened or been capitalized on it? Yeah, sorta. But and this is why I think it's the real problem with Damian Priest in the briefcase. It's not him. It's not because it should have been LA Knight. It's because of Triple H. And I know what you're thinking. Triple H is the one that let him win the briefcase. Yes. But it's Triple H and these long ass reigns. That's what it is. It's these long ass reigns. Think about it. Roman Reigns had the championship for whoever knows how long. It's been like 1,200 right now. So I was like, you go back nearly about a year almost. So I mean, like he was at like 8 or something like that. Whatever, 9, whatever the math. He wasn't gonna do nothing with Roman. They teased it several different times of Judgment Day Bloodline, but they always like came together, but they never really did anything with that in a way that they could have. So, but he's not going to take out Roman. Whether or not we was like, is Cody's story to finish? So guess what? Even then, nothing's going to happen with that. Then, at the same time, Seth Rollins gets the new championship. Brand spanking new. He done had it for nearly over a year. But guess what? Was you going to really have him get cashed on? One is Seth Rollins. Two, that championship new, and you wanted to sort of get like some like juice behind it, some longevity of being like a constant workhorse opposite of Roman Reigns and all this other stuff. So with all that, he wasn't going to get cashed in on, really, to be honest. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was times like how we thought like he could have lost it to Finn Balor, and that where you could have did that match. I was like, they teased it several times with him doing the cash in there. Nothing. I was like, you could have told a good story with that one where it's like, hey, he cashed in and he lost, and it was but he cashed in on Finn Balor, so now that creates chaos in the group. You could have did something like that. They still teased it later on, even though like when he was facing Shinsuke Nakamura and stuff like that, he had a bad back. That was the whole story. Guess what? You could have did that stuff then, but I was like they didn't. Then they just basically, I was like, then after that it was just Cody Rhodes and stuff like that. So like, and then after that it became Drew, and guess what? And even at this point with WrestleMania, do you see like Drew beating himself and like Damien cashing in? No. Do you see in some way they make it a triple threat? Like he's like, I'm inserting myself into this? No. I think the only I was like close bet, and this is I was like that was like the possibility. Self beats Drew, and Damien cashes in with the push of the Rock. That's basically it. But that's another type of video. But what the whole point is that guess what? Damien Priest is really at bad luck. That's really all it is. Cause guess what? If he would have won the title, say after this WrestleMania, after we already the stuff that we think is gonna happen, we think Cody Rhodes is gonna beat Roman Reigns. Guess what? Cody Rhodes is not gonna have a year-long championship reign. So I'm like, he could get cashed in on. I was like, whether it's Seth or Drew, neither. I was like, Seth is not gonna continue winning, and I was like, he will drop it after some. He would drop it, even though he'd be WrestleMania. He would probably drop it. And Drew, I think he'll gonna have it for a good amount of time, and we'll see how things go with CM Punk. But somewhere in there, guess what? He's gonna probably drop it as well too. And then I was like, we're just not gonna do these long reigns again, just because I was like, we've had like everybody, all the champions have had so long reigns. And that's all it really is with Damien Priest. That it's just misfortune that he won it, and he won it at a time that none of the storylines really opened up in a way to have him be the champion. And I think that's also why he sort of went on that losing streak for a while, where he sort of like, I wouldn't say looked like a chump, but he sort of looked like a chump in a lot of the cash-ins and things like that. It's just because I think that was sort of almost to have it out of frame, out of mind that he could cash in, because it's like, oh, he can't cash in. He ain't built up nothing. He ain't strong looking. He ain't this. He ain't that. And it's like, good. Downplay it to where it's like, whereas like if he went on this win streak and he was like just battling and beating ass and all this other stuff, then it'd be like, yo, why he ain't cashing in? Why he isn't trying to take these dudes out? He already over here just like beating everybody every week. I was like, he over here, he looked like the leader of Judgment Day. But no, you get is he the leader of Judgment Day type of thing. Just because it's a way to simmer that all down. And that's all it is, just some misfortune. But I think he's gonna I think he's gonna work out. It's just all about timing and delivery. But anyway, that's what I'll say about Damien Priest and the contract. It's not his fault. And technically it's creative, and all the other two damn champions. No, he shouldn't use his money in the bank on Gunther. If he faces Gunther, that's different, but not cashing in his money in the bank. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, until more wrestling ideas, theories, news, whatever. Talk to you later.